Well, hey out there, all you viewers to play later. How we doing today? Oh, wow. Sorry. Grandpa Nurgle's really infecting my house. You may hear the cuteness factor over there hacking and coughing. She's got a bit of a cold, too. But anywho, as you know by that thumbnail, everything else we clicked on to get here today, it's a weird one. Seriously, it really, really is. We're going to look at Yndrasta. How'd they call it? The Celestial Spear of Sigmar. Whoo, buddy. All right. You can only get her one of two ways. We're going to break all of that down in just a moment. You know we got to get the adulting out of the way, right? So let's get this thing done.
What up, you amazing people? Hope you're doing well today. Chris has asked me to do a quick elevator spill just for you. Now, here at Copper John's, I'm always preaching be proud of who you are, no matter what. What this means to me is simply that you're going to go out there to the world and present yourself in a way that you are proud of. So my job is to create something that allows you to do that. So here at Copper John's, I have 13 different scents, all in beard oil, beard butter, beard balm, mustache wax, spray clone, and a few of the solid clones. But we also have some amazing cold press soaps, beard shampoos, whether conditioning or stripping, beard conditioner, and some crazy cool combs. I am truly grateful for every one of you guys. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm here. Have a great day, guys. Take care.
Amazing company, amazing man. Click that link. You are not going to be disappointed. Okay, like I said, you can only get her one of two ways. You either buy the Ultimate Command Pack for Sigmar, which has Yndrasta, the big old Knight Imperator, whatever, with the banner, and 3 Annihilators. Or you can buy the Dominion box set and pick her up in there. I'm filming this video on, what we got here, December 5th, 2023. I believe the command set is like 150, but to be honest with you, if you really, really want her and you do Sigmar, go find the Dominion box set on Amazon. Its prices have been fluctuating anywhere from 100 to about 120 bucks. That, in my opinion, is the best value. I got mine when I got my Dominion box set a while ago. So, there is the back of the War Scroll. Take a freeze frame. I do like this. Yndrasta is one of the storied champions of Sigmar, charged with serving as his ultimate beast slayer, striking through the skies upon brilliant white pinions, or wings. She is the terror of the monstrous and an inspiring sight to the forces of civilization. Woo-hoo, buddy. I put her off forever in a day of painting. As you saw by that thing, she is a very, very impressive model. The only problem I had with her is she's push fit, and I was really, really afraid to put some pieces in place because I thought they were going to snap, and I'm like, God dang it. The other thing I am going to tell you guys, when you assemble yours, don't put the wings on. I'm going to show you why in a moment. All right? It's going to make for painting the wings so much easier, getting into certain other areas so much easier. But Chris being Chris, mine was fully assembled before I went to paint. Okay, I'm about to show you mine. One of the biggest things I really, really wanted to do was make her bright, make her shiny, make her stand out. And to help do that, I really wanted to concentrate on a darker base. Granted, throughout most of my Stormcast, they're very simply like Sterling Battlemire or Sterling Mud with an Agrax Earthshade wash, and the typical grass tufts from Army Painter and the Valhallan Blizzard technical stuff to give me snow. But here is my Yndrasta. Now, like I said, for the wings, mine came out a little bit grayer than I wanted to. I should have dulled down the Space Wolf Gray contrast paint a little bit more. Well, actually, I should have dulled it down, period. I really didn't. I went over this with Corax white and another white for a dry brushing. White Scar white. I really wanted to pull out a lot of the whiteness in the wings and keep some of the gray so they're still like a little dirty like some birds when they're flying. Simply because if she's going through and fighting the forces of chaos and beat stuff in a muddy area, I figured some of her wings may have picked up on some of them. They can't always be perfect angelic white. For the armor, I went totally different. I started with a bronze effect and I started working up from there. All of my Stormcast guys start off with Retributor Gold. She started off with Sakura's Bronze, I believe, and I worked up from there. Oh, man. The rocks, I really wanted to give a slippery, really dirty, diseased look to. So after I did the rocks a much different style than I usually do, instead of using Targor Rage Shade, I use Nuln Oil over them, and I use some apple barrel paints. I know, save the hissing. I started with their black, worked up through 6 shades of gray and a little bit of white, went over it with Nuln Oil, and then the Typhus Corrosion, I think it is. I really got into the back, and it gave it more of a slick, diseased look to it, to me. The tree in the back was just simply Wildwood, I believe it is, the contrast paint. No, Hardwood Army Speed Paint. One coat, a little bit of Nuln Oil in some spots to really darken her down. There we go. I didn't even know there was a freaking squirrel, like a diseased-looking little monstrous squirrel on the back, until I checked out the War Hipsters version of what he did. And I went, oh, okay, now I gotta go back in and brighten that little guy up. Thankfully, squirrels are basically 1 or 2 tone, so boom. I can't stress this enough. There's some parts on here that were a little bit of a pain to get into because of the wings. Make sure you leave the wings off. It's push fit. So they're really, really simple to get them in place. I really like how she popped out. I was just, wow. As I was painting her, I still have this crushing imposter syndrome on certain things. Because when it gets to big, bulky, like character miniatures, I'm like, what the fuck did you get yourself into, dumbass? So I found if I broke it down into smaller chunks, work on the armor, done. Work on the wings, done. Work on the weapons, done. It went together in pieces and came together pretty quick. I was really impressed with certain things. The hair, because she's got white hair, I used, oh dear God, not AK Interactive, but I can't think of them right now. They're titanium Pro Acryl. I used Pro Acryl's titanium white and gave it a small Nuln Oil wash over the top to help dirty up the hair. She just, simple things made for, in my opinion, a really dynamic model. Now, I will fully admit, I really wasn't paying attention because if you catch, right there, you okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
I just dropped the fly swatter.
Okay, that's no big deal. Sorry, like I said, we got an illness running around. My kids come first. If any of you have a problem with that in this video, please just leave. Okay? So like I said, if you can catch, the inside of her robe was a white. I didn't do that. I really got caught up in this scale 75 really, really dark red and experimenting with it. And I went, I really, really like the look of that. Especially seeing how she's basically super glued to the base. I've got wings in there, other stuff blocking me from getting in with white. And I really didn't want to do a crap ton of touch-up. Seriously, that's me. But there she is in all of her glory. I think it's a great centerpiece for an army. I just look at this and I go, wow, I was able to do that? Because trust me, who I was as a painter a while ago, I could have never done that. Ever, ever, ever. Everything just seemed to come together beautifully with just a little bit of work. I even went back over some of the vegetation with Agrax Earthshade to really give it a murky look to it. Like I said, I wanted the area around her to be dark and diseased and her to be this bright, shining thing sitting there, rallying the troops around her. Because look at that dynamic pose. It's a great pose for your figures. All right. Now, with all that fun stuff being said, seriously, like I said, I didn't save the sprues. I really wasn't even sure if I'd ever get around to painting her because, like I said, my imposter syndrome. There's no way I could do it justice. So it's just going to sit in that little box and stare at me. And if you guys know me, you know when your army's coming together, okay, it's a sheet of white, or depending on your primer, black, gray, green, turquoise, whatever. Whatever primer you use. I predominantly use white. I always have. It's like a snowfield. And then you start to pick out pieces in there that you're painting. Then all of a sudden the snow starts to bother the living bejesus out of you. So yeah, I had to get her painted. I had to. I had to have a powerful general ready to go. It was either her or Vandus Hammerhand, and I really didn't want to paint the big lizard right yet. But yeah, he'll be up on the painting table soon. But like I said, we are at the most favorite part of the video for me. Seriously, we really, truly are. I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, anger, all that fun stuff right down below. Do you play Age of Sigmar? Do you use the Stormcast Eternals? Have you attempted to paint your own Yndrasta? How do you feel about, did you do sub-assemblies? Did you not do sub-assemblies? Hell, even on miniatures, do you do them? Do you put them all together and paint them? Or do you do sub-assemblies? Because throughout my whole life, I've never ever done a sub-assembly. Recently, with some of these figures for Age of Sigmar, I really feel I'm going to have to. Because it's going to be easier to try to get in as opposed to, don't sneeze, don't flinch. Oh, crap, I got a whole bunch of cleanup to do. Okay, now, if I made you laugh, made you cry, made you cringe, made you do any of that during filming this video, I know I probably screwed that up, but I don't care. I'm pretty sure that I did. But please hit that big old thumbs up. Only going to give you instant karma. Going to help you roll natural sixes. That's just my theory, okay? My theory. And show love and support for the channel, which is always appreciated. But there we go, guys. My quick, weird look at my Yndrasta. I really love how that turned out. Simple, effective things. Going back, cleaning up as you go. It made for a beautiful miniature. I really like it. But still, I want to thank you guys for watching this one. I hope you're having a great day today, a safe day today, and one day I look forward to meeting all of you across the tabletop.